All right, y'all. We're gonna try this again. Oh my goodness! That trying to get this started, man. And if you didn't catch right, if you didn't catch the other video, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. And that's okay. That's okay. If you don't know, you don't know, and that's fine. You know. Um, so essentially, we tried this thing with YouTube, and since I was simulcasting and streaming on another platform too, well, it didn't work out too well. So we're gonna try this again, and hopefully, hopefully this will be good. It looks like everything's good, excellent connection and all that. So here we go. So hope everybody's doing well, doing good. Welcome back to another episode of Motive Mondays with yours truly, the Heavy Metal Hotel. Um, and I gotta give you guys information about the giveaway again. So, um, we'll be doing a giveaway. It's called the Food and Knowledge Giveaway. Now, I want to make this clear. Um, the two items that will be given away that you can win are a turkey if you're local to Cumberland County or a nearby county to where you can pick it up. Or we can meet somewhere and I can get it to you. Obviously, we're not mailing that. The other thing you can win, and this is for anybody, right? Anybody, any of my friends in the UK, any of my friends over, and, shout out to Zelzier, Melbourne. Any of my friends in Australia, basically, you guys could win this too. Essentially, it's a children's book set / graphic novel set of the full line of Max Axiom books. And I'll have to show you guys when they come in. They look awesome. If I was a kid, when I was a kid, I would. I always like to read when I was a kid. So of course, I would probably want something like that. They are dope. I gotta tell you, they're mad dope, right? So we're giving away it's a 24 book set. The main requirement, one of the requirements that isn't in the description below. Since I'm coming out of pocket for this, you just have to cover shipping. Cover shipping, you're good to go. It's a $200 book set, so hopefully you guys can cover shipping. That'd be great. It's a nice book set too. I think whatever son, daughter, niece, nephew, whoever gets it, I think they're gonna like it. So in order to enter this giveaway, right, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You also have to share the video, whether it be here or on Facebook. And you can find my Facebook by searching Heavy Metal Hotel. And I'll come right up. You search Heavy Metal Hotel in Facebook, and I will come right up. So share the vid, whether it be on here, from here, or from my Facebook, and it could be any of the videos. It doesn't have to be this one. The other 3 Motive Mondays are on my Facebook, and it's the only way you'll be able to watch them right now until I get them over to YouTube. So, let's see. So, what we've got going on right now. What we'll be doing is we will make sure that the book set gets to you guys, and the rules for the giveaway. So after you've shared it, you have to subscribe on Facebook or on YouTube. You have to share it, whether it be from YouTube or from Facebook, and then you have to just write something that you liked about any of the vids. Could be the 3 that are on my Facebook or the one that's here on YouTube. Could be any of them. Just write a little something. When you share it, write a little something that you like about it. And then after that, just show me that you did that. Screenshot. You can DM me on Facebook by, searching Heavy Metal Hotep. Or you can DM me on my Instagram at Greg Hatchetman Henderson. No spaces, all one word. You can DM me on IG or Facebook with screenshots, and that's how you enter the giveaway. So with that out of the way, let me get started with tonight's episode. We are running super late because we had some technical issues. Just not enough bandwidth, you know? What's the stream looking like right now? Okay, that's great. Still got a good connection. Alright, so today's episode is about building a strong work ethic, right? And before we even get into that, it's important to have, because it transcends so much. It doesn't have to be, even though it has work in the name, it doesn't have to be just about your job. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be specifically job or work related. Work in the sense of, career or job, right? What you do to pay the bills. Yeah. So, because it can be about just working towards a goal. And again, that's what this channel and this podcast is about. It's about finding your motive. And I've said this before, in other videos. What idea you have, whatever it is, and then finding what can motivate you, finding out how you can motivate yourself to whatever goal or thing you want to accomplish, whatever that may be, right? And yeah, having a work ethic is a good work ethic at that, a strong one, is certainly important and part of that. You want to make sure that, I know it is, you want to make sure that when you have that, a good work ethic, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, motivation will just come like second nature, because you already have instilled the discipline in yourself to basically just do the things that you need to do, stay focused on what it is that you're trying to accomplish and what needs to be done immediately, and the steps that you need to take to get to that point, right? Check my notes real quick. So, as far as a good work ethic goes, right, I think to start out, I think it starts with learning. I think it starts with learning, whether it be just researching something, and then going from there, getting the information that you need on how to do something, and how to do it properly. Or it could just be experience. You could just skip the book work and just get right into it and learn as you go, learn in the field, right? So it could be either of those things, right? And I'm sure there's other ways, not just those two, but I would say those are definitely the main two you would think of when it comes to having a work ethic. So you could learn, right? Again, by getting right into it, or just just shadowing someone, or watching a video, reading, and then once you do that, however you go about getting learning, whether it be jumping into it or just research, whether it be either of those two, right? After that, you'd want to apply it, and then again, you can apply that to anything, right? Whatever it is you want to do, it doesn't have to be, like I said before, it doesn't have to be strictly work or job based. You could be wanting to learn how to, I don't know, hell, we'll just say something random and fun, like build a Lego model, right? Well, and this could be like a huge, gazillion piece set, and you're just looking at it like, man, there's so many pieces. How am I even going to get started with this, right? Where do I start? And so you can watch a tutorial on how to build it and then stop and not even go past that and then figure the rest out yourself, right? Like you start from the first few pieces and then you go from there. And it could just seem overwhelming because you stop the video and you just keep going, but you build piece by piece and then you think, well, gee, I mean, I kind of want to do this. There's so many pieces. I kind of would rather do something else, and it starts to get a little, intimidating. But like, when you have a strong work ethic, the only thing you're thinking about is, okay, yeah, there's a lot of pieces, but, well, the sooner I stop thinking about how many pieces there are and get to it, the sooner I can get done and get through it and maybe do something different. Or just, look at it for a little bit. Get to this, photo shoot I wanted to do of it. Post these pics on Instagram for, like, a Lego page or something. Anything like that. You can apply having a strong work ethic to something as far from, I guess you could say, work as possible. Something like that. From something like that to your actual job or career that you have, and everything in between. That's something that you can apply universally. And we seem to come up on that notion a lot during these episodes. We seem to realize that the information that I'm given and these things that we're talking about, it's pretty universal, So after that, I mean, let's continue with that whole Lego thing, right? The Lego thing, and after that, you get it done. Now, having a strong work ethic doesn't just stop there. If that was your ultimate goal to build character and build a mindset to do what you are there to do and do it in the best way possible, in the most efficient way possible, right? If that, let's say that's your goal, you're trying to build that type of mindset and that that mentality. Well, I mean, once you, if you accomplish that and whatever it is you're trying to do at the time, you keep working at it. You keep working at it and making it better, because that's, that should be the ultimate goal, right? Like when you have something good that you're doing, or, you've built towards this type of mindset and you've kept yourself and conditioned yourself to be in that mindset and just default to it without, like subconsciously you just default to it, right? You can just keep going at it. You don't just stop there. I would say it's best to consciously remember that that's what you're working towards, and then pay attention to things that work out great, things that work out not so great. Take those things that don't work out so great, figure out why, right? And then, it may sound like a lot of steps, but it pays the fuck off. Trust me, it pays off. It really does. From personal experience. And you take these ideas that didn't work out so great, these things you might have thought of or did, little things too, right? That didn't work out so great. They weren't bad, but they just weren't as good as you might have hoped. Take those things, if you can figure out what wasn't working out with them, then you can refine, right? You can take those ideas and refine it to be a better idea, or to be a better aspect of that mindset that you have. Then you bring those things back and then you try it again. You keep refining it until you have something that's just dope, right? As far as the mindset, your mindset goes when it comes to a good work ethic and getting what you have to get done properly and efficiently and realistically the best way possible. So once you keep refining it, and you can just say that that's a good idea, right? And you can do it, and you're consciously practicing it. And while you're doing that, I mean, you got to keep focused, right? Don't really don't worry about what others may be doing, right? Or what, like whether others see you or not. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but essentially, as long as you stay focused on the work that you have at hand, the tasks you have at hand, and what you're trying to accomplish, you stay focused on that and focused on, and I don't mean overanalyzing it, I mean just trying your best to understand what is the best, what is a good, start off with what is a good way of doing it, and move from there to figuring out what the best way of doing it is. That way, if you don't get to the best way of doing it, you know that you still did a good job, right? You don't want to default or fall to an okay job or a mediocre job. You know, meh. You know, yeah, you did it, but it wasn't great. Could have been better. Especially, and you'll know, right? Like, you'll know. As long as you're honest with yourself, you'll know what you're doing that's maybe needs working on, or you know you didn't really put your all into it. You'll know, right? So it's important to stay focused on what you're doing and how good you're doing, and that way, because if you're paying attention to that, and then you start saying, I'm not doing so well, then do better, right? You know that you're not doing well, so you're doing better. If you're not focused on what you're doing and how good you're doing it, you might end up with a mediocre result. And I mean, that's not really the goal here, you know, at all. The goal is to accomplish, is to achieve, is to be motivated to do the things that you want to do or you might not think you're capable of doing for whatever reason. So you always got to make sure that you keep focused when it comes to building a strong work ethic, right? And a lot of times we can get caught up. Being transparent here, I've done it too, right? I've done this where, like, you don't want to get too caught up in who's seeing that you're doing. You're doing great, right? You're doing awesome. You know what I mean? You don't want to get too caught up in that, because then you lose focus on making sure that you're doing your job, and then your focus isn't on that, and now you can question whether did you do your very best, right? So, and that's not something you ever want to question. You always want to make sure that you know that you gave it your all. You did everything that you possibly could within your power to accomplish said goal or achievement. So, and that's me being real. Like, that's me personally. When it comes to focusing, if it's something that I'm trying to do, bruh, I got the blinders on, boy. Like, I do what I do, and I does what I does. You feel me? And that's how it is, you know. And you can look, and whatever you believe with the whole zodiac thing, whatever. All I know is that when they talk about Capricorns and their work ethic, all I know is I know how I do, right? It just so happens that I'm a Capricorn. Now, whether you believe in that or not, that's up to you. I just know that that's a trait that is prominent when it comes to Caps, from what I've heard, and I know that I have that within me. So, and guess who? Your boy's a Cap. 12/24. You feel me? So, yeah. You always want to make sure that if you divert focus to something else, at least make sure it's worth your time. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about who sees you doing this and doing that, and who sees you working hard and blah, blah, blah. That's not really that important. That doesn't change anything significant in your life. You're still there. You're still doing the same job. You still got to make sure you do a good job. Just do it. Right? That's only, that's only going to take your attention away from making sure that you're doing a good job, and it's not even for a worthwhile reason. That's gonna like make some type of significant change in your life. So yeah, don't get too caught up in like a look at me type of. Don't be a look at me type of nigga, right? Like where it's like, hey, look what I did. It's like, look, you did it, great. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Let people like, and moving on to the next point, like, if you do that, here's the thing. Lo and behold, people will take notice. Look at that. All you had to do was go about your business and keep working hard, and all your focus is like, if all your focus is on doing a good job while you're trying to accomplish whatever task is at hand, chances are you're going to end up doing the best possible job you can. Real talk, right? Like, and then people around you are going to see that, right? But if you're all up in people's faces, like, hey, look what I did, this and that, you know what I'm saying, look at how hard I'm working, it's weird because people tend to do that. Like, people tend to see that and then for some reason get turned off from that, right? I've seen it happen. People get turned off from you being all up in their grill about how hard you're working. Like, instead of letting them notice it naturally, it's almost like, the reason why I think that people do that or get turned off from that sometimes, I think it's because they see it as like a front almost, even if it's not, right? They see it as a front, or they might see it like as, okay, you're not really working hard to work hard. You're working hard so I can see you. It's like, and I don't know, it's something about bosses, like, and that I really think that's how they view it because of how they get and the vibes that they'll probably get. They tend to give off, if you were to do that, like, they tend to not think it's authentic because it's like you're focused on making sure they see you. What happens when they don't see you? Are you still working that hard? And that's a question that they probably have in their mind. To be honest with you, though, I mean, and then people are gonna think how they want to. Honestly, I'm sure, like, obviously there are people like that, but then there are people that genuinely just want to share that with you, right? Like, there are people that like what they do, or they're happy about what they do, or they're proud of what they do, and they want to share it with you. You know what I'm saying? And not to get too off topic, but it's all about vibing it out and really feeling how genuine this is. You know what I'm saying? But that's when it comes to vibing and feeling things out and reading a room, that's a whole another topic, probably for another episode. We'll probably do that. I don't know if that'll be a part of Motive Mondays, but it'll be a part of something. So that's a very, very good trait to have when it comes to navigating in the world and people around you. Just reading people, reading the room, just vibing. You feel me? So, yeah. 24 minutes. Okay. So, instead of worrying about people seeing you, make sure you're doing it right. Make sure that you're doing your job right and that you're doing the job that you need to do properly, right? Because at the end of the day, you're clearly not doing said task or trying to accomplish said thing to show someone how good you did it. Even if that is part of the reason, it's not the sole reason. So we're not going to sit here and say that that's what you're doing it for. More than likely, you're doing it because it is something that you want to accomplish at the end of the day. It might sound crazy to say, but I don't believe anyone does something that they totally don't want to do. And what I mean by that is, what I'm saying is that they might partially not want to do it. Or for the most part, they might not want to do it, but they're doing it, and there's a reason why, right? There's a reason why. Plenty of people can relate to this. You don't feel like going and getting up early or going into work, right? You rather do something else, whether it be stay home and sleep, whether it be hang with friends, go out with your spouse, whatever. But you do it anyway. And look, you can say, that you don't want to do it. And that might be true for the most part. The key phrase here is the most part. Because if that person still does it, right? Let's just be honest. They're only doing it because they want to get paid. So part of them wants to do it because they will get paid for clocking in, showing up, doing what they got to do. Even if for the most part they don't want to, or they really would rather go home or be home, or not even come in, right? So no one does something that they don't want to do, right? Even if they mostly don't want to do it. Again, I know that sounds crazy, but you got to think about it. There's a reason. You may not know the reason. It may be hard to figure out. But there's a reason. You know? If I can explain why someone swears them down they don't want to go to work, but they go anyway. And we got coworkers like this. We've been these type of people. I've been that type of person, right? I was that person 2-3 weeks ago. I still showed the fuck up though. And it's because I'll be damned if I don't have an income. I'll be damned if I'm not out here getting money. We just ain't with that. Most of you ain't with that. And for those of you that are, the fuck are you doing here? Matter of fact, no, stop. Let me stop. You need to be here. But that's what I'm saying. So, realistically, you just keep at it, right? Just make sure that you're doing what you're doing and you're doing it right. And if you're not doing it right, figure out how. You don't know how, ask somebody. Guaranteed somebody knows how to do it. At your job, Google, YouTube, Facebook. Y'all niggas use the internet for everything else. But y'all won't Google how to fix something. What's this for? How do you use this? Y'all won't YouTube tutorials. Obviously, I'm not talking about everyone. Because I know plenty of people that will YouTube how to do this, how to do that. YouTube information on this or information on that. Google information on this and on that. But we all know people that, oddly enough, won't Google how to do something. I won't search it. You don't know how, but that's where it stops. And that's why this podcast is important. Motivation, right? You could just say, well, what are we going to do? Right? COVID hit. A lot of people didn't know what to do when it came to adjusting, right? COVID didn't allow for you to do this or that. And some people just said, well, I guess that's it. What are we going to do now? Right? Not everybody. You know, you got people that said, well, screw that. We're going to be working on something else that has nothing to do with whether COVID can allow for it or not allow for it. And then we're going to go from there. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those people. Still am. So, it's also important to remember that laziness is the enemy. Like, the laziness is like it's the complete opposite. And again, it is the enemy of having a good work ethic, right? It is absolute enemy of motivation, having a good work ethic. And if anything, it's the enemy of this podcast, right? And that's because, in a way, it's kind of self-explanatory. You take Motive Mondays, and then You take laziness, right? Those shits don't work. It doesn't go together. And especially when you're trying to build a strong work ethic and you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. How will you ever get to building that, right? If the goal is here, right? If the goal's here, right? Goal's here, right? Goal's here, right? And you're here. And in the middle of all this, right? Let's just say in the middle, the space in between is work ethic, right? It's work ethic. And you can get to this goal you want to go, right? But in the middle of that, you have to work towards that goal. You know, we talked about perseverance. You know, we talked about not giving up. And that's all in the middle of this, right? And then you're like, oh, I could go, but yeah. You ain't never going to get here to the ultimate goal of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish because you're too lazy to even work at a strong work ethic. Just working at it, right? Not just, I'm just going to get here. No. Little by little. You know, you get better at your work ethic. You get better at your work ethic, and then you end up here, and you're just like, boom. Right? Mission accomplished. But you can't even get to that due to laziness, right? It's one of the worst, I wouldn't say the worst, because there's a lot of hindrances out there, but it's one of the worst hindrances you could possibly have when it comes to your life. From experience. Like back in high school, man, let me tell you, when I was younger, boy, bruh, when I was younger, it's a long story, but I had issues with laziness, and it just wasn't it, bruh. It was not it. It was not it, and I had to learn to get the hell out of that, because it was bad, bro. It was bad. So, with all that to say this, right? You get to a point where you get good at all of these things. Not laziness. But you get good at all of these things. And you start to see results. And if there's, like, I have to say, you will see results. You will. Because if there's one thing I can tell you is that when we as humans really start to, like, just bang stuff out, really get down to it, and understand how to do things properly, and understand what works and what doesn't, we go back to the drawing board, refine, and then we give another crack at it, or we've gotten to a certain point and we're taking it further. With all that being said and all that in mind, you will see results. This type of stuff does work, right? Ooh, interesting. I might have to. Oh yeah, yep. I don't like what's going on right now at all. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We are about to end this time. We're close to the end anyway. Yeah, we're close to the end anyway. All right, so essentially, I'm gonna see what's going on, and if it keeps on. Yeah, no, I don't know. All right. So it definitely will pay off when you keep at it, right? Now, I'm not saying it'll pay off right away. Delayed gratification is a thing. And if you can learn to be okay with that, right? And understand that that's kind of how this thing goes, what you're going to end up seeing is that you will see results in due time, whether it comes quickly or whether it takes a little bit. But as long as you keep working at it, you will will see results, and I think that you'll be pleased with them. And once you see that it works, you're not gonna, as long as you're consciously thinking about that, you're not gonna want to go back. So now you're gonna consciously just keep on going, doing this, and just getting better at having this mindset, better at refining it, and just seeing results as you go on. And applying these things to different things, new projects that come up, even new hardships, right? Getting through it. You know, again, we talked about perseverance, and I think it was, what, episode 3? Last week's episode? So, okay, so the connection did clear up, and it's good now. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I was about to just bang the rest of this stuff out and just get off quick, because that quality started dropping, and I was like, nah, we ain't doing this. Because I hate putting stuff out that's just not good. Not quality, right? I don't like it. Pisses me off. Because I just sat here and talked to y'all for like a good 30-something minutes to where I ended up deleting it. Now, you know, if it went off too long, I'll end up deleting it. But I think we got a good thing going on right now. And yeah, that's going to be it for another episode of Motive Mondays. For everybody watching after the live stream or whoever tuned into the live stream, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Please share this video. Share this video. Make sure you give it a like. Please give this video a like. Share, comment, your thoughts, what you think I can improve on. Let's have a conversation, right? Again, announcements for the giveaway. The rules are, what you got going on there? The rules are, I was going on the whole time. All right, so here's the rules, right? You have to be subscribed to me on YouTube. Share the video, either from YouTube or from Facebook. Any of the episodes, doesn't have to be this one. Could be episodes 1, 2, 3, or this one, it's 4th episode. And again, you can find me on Facebook at Heavy Metal Hotep. Just search it, I will come right up. Feel free to like the page if you want. And that's where you'll find the other 3 videos of this series that we're doing. Those 3 videos will be coming to YouTube. Once I get them downloaded and upload them back up and upload them to YouTube, they'll be here. You guys can check those out. For now, this is the only episode available on YouTube, as you can see, as you probably already know. Right. Once you share the video, just make sure that you say a little something about what you liked about the video or whatever said video you decide to share. Once you do that, just screenshot me that you did all that. You can and send it to my DMs. You can DM me at Greg Hatchetman Henderson on Instagram, and that name is all one word, no spaces. Or you can also DM me. Actually, you can also DM me here. You're better off DMing me on Facebook. Just type in Heavy Metal Hotep. I'll come right up. Shoot me a message that you did all that. You'll be entered into the giveaway. Again, the turkey, it's only for people that are local to Cumberland County or surrounding counties that can pick this up or meet in a mutual location to get the turkey. And it's a nice turkey too. It's a nice big 23-pounder, right? Nice one. Dan were 24 pounds. And I was honestly consciously like, yo, let me find the biggest, juiciest turkey I could find for y'all, so I could just give that away. You know, we weren't gonna go with no little skimpy Joan, you know. So yeah, as far as the book giveaway goes, or the book set giveaway, same rules apply, right? And the deadline for the deadline to enter the giveaway for the turkey, right? Just pull up my calendar real quick. Yeah, that will be the 26th. Yeah. So next Thursday will be the deadline for the turkey. Um, Hopefully I can give this damn turkey away because I mean I think it'd be nice for the holidays, you know, nice for Thanksgiving. And as far as the book giveaway goes, you guys have until December 21st. The deadline is December 21st, and the announcement for the winner. Actually, wait, no, it's not the 21st. Oh, that's right. Yep. Yep, the winners will be announced. I'm sorry, December 6th. That's my okay. Okay. Yep, December 6th. We'll announce the winners. And that will be for the book giveaway. I don't think yeah, the deadline again. The deadline for the turkey giveaway is 16th, and the announcers will be announced on the 17th. If I announce it sooner, like the 16th. There will be a notification about it, even if you miss the notification. If you won, I will obviously DM you, make sure that you know that you've won the turkey or the book set. Okay. So, I think that's it. Is that it from yeah, all right. We've been going on for a while now. Again, thank everybody for tuning in. If you'd like, feel free to donate to the Cash App. You don't have to, but if you feel so inclined to, much appreciated. Hell, every little bit helps. And my Cash App is Onemetal and the number 1. You can see it. Let's see. Should be able to see it right here. Cash App Onemetal1. And that's all I got for you guys. Hope everybody has a good night. This is the Heavy Metal Hotep with another Motive Mondays. And I will see you guys next week. Peace, and I love y'all.